Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down the Packers' initial 53-man roster, finalized yesterday around 4 p.m. Now this is all subject to change. That frankly is changing as we speak as guys get assigned to practice squads, Packers pick up other players, move down to practice squad, and people get on injured reserve. But this is the initial 53-man roster. We're going to break down position by position, go through what I think are surprises, key players who were left off. And let's get started with the offense here. As expected, the Packers are running two quarterbacks, Jordan Love the starter, Malik Willis being the backup. Both Sean Clifford and Taylor Elgasama were left off of the 53-man roster, and they also were not brought back to the practice squad. As news today that Clayton Tune, former late-round pick at the Cardinals, is going to be on the Packers practice squad, so good for Clayton to be on the roster. Running back, we got three, Josh Jacobs, Emmanuel Wilson, and Chris Brooks. The injury to Marshawn Lloyd, he's going to be, we'll get down to injured players later, but he's going to be on the IR for the first 4 games of the season. That gives Emmanuel Wilson his job back as a backup running back, and Chris Brooks will be a pass blocking specialist on third downs when Jacobs is not in. The Packers only kept 6 receivers. They got Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Dontae Newix, Savion Williams, and Malik Heath was able to beat out Mecole Hardman. The receiver slash returner had a rough preseason, so he did not make the initial 53, but he is on the practice squad. All signs are pointing to that. So order would be like Golden, Reed, Dobbs, Wicks, Williams, and Heath. That's a pretty solid 6, especially I am so excited for this man, Matthew Golden. He looks really, really good. A bit of a surprise, the Packers took 4 tight ends. Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave were locks to make in. But who is going to make it in between John Fitzpatrick and Ben Sims? The Packers decided, hey, let's just get both of them. Both these guys are more blocking specialists, with Kraft and Musgrave being the receivers for the Packers. Offensive line, they have 9. They have Elton Jenkins, Rasheed Walker, Aaron Banks, Zach Tom, Sean Ryan. They also have Jordan Morgan, Anthony Belton, Darian Kennard, who was brought over in a trade from the Philadelphia Eagles to be a good depth piece for the Packers. And Donovan Jennings made it as well. A lot of players were cut from this offensive line, but the starting 5 will most likely be Rasheed Walker at left tackle, Aaron Banks at left guard as long as he stays healthy, Elton Jenkins at center, Sean Ryan at right guard, but Jordan Morgan might be able to sneak in one of these starting lines. He had a great preseason, and Zach Tom as a starting right tackle as well. Defense, we have 5 defensive ends, Rashawn Gary, Lucas Van Ness, Kingsley Enagbare, Brenton Cox Jr., and Baron Sorrell. We got 6 defensive tackles the Packers took on with Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Carter Brooks, Warren Brinson, Colby Wooden, and Azir Stackhouse, making it 21 straight years the Packers have had an undrafted free agent make the team. Looks to be a very solid edge rush group there. Linebackers only 4 right now, with Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie, and Tyron Hopper. 6 corners, Keyshawn Nixon, Nate Hobbs, Carrington Valentine, Bo Melton made it after transitioning from wide receiver to corner. Kamal Haddon and Micah Robinson, notably to former 7th round pick Kalen King, did not make the Packers 53 and also is no longer on the practice squad as well. We have 5 safeties, Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, Javon Buller, Keaton Oladapo, and Zane Anderson. Specialists, as usual, Brandon McManus, Daniel Whelan, Matt Orzech. Not really much of a question there. Injured reserve designated to return are Marshawn Lloyd and Jacob Monk. Physically unable to perform are Christian Wasser, Colin Oliver, and John Lewis, 2 draft picks for the Packers here. And the injured reserve was Omar Brown. He is done for the year due to a chest injury he suffered in Atlanta and Indianapolis in preseason. So overall, pretty much what we were expecting here. Shocking that Mecole Hardman didn't make the team and Kalen King as well. But overall, this is basically what most people expected to make the team for the Packers as well. Be interesting to see if any trade rumors come true. But yeah, overall, pretty solid roster. I expect the Packers to be very competitive this year. So almost a week away from the first game of the NFL year, and I cannot wait for some football. And until then, see you around. Peace.